Hey there, my name is Jenny and I am an eating disorder therapist, a marriage and family therapist, a therapist, and also known as the Shameless Drink. So today what I wanted to talk with you guys about is what is full recovery? I know that there is a lot of different opinions in the field of eating disorders about what full recovery means. For people to have full recovery in eating disorders, they still have to basically be dealing with the thing that they have been using or abusing in their life and be able to have a balanced and healthy relationship with it. So the basic level of what a lot of people would consider recovered is going to be medically and behaviorally. And so medically basically means that if you were severely underweight, that you would be at a healthy weight to where your brain is functioning, your organs are functioning healthfully, and that you're not engaging in behaviors that are physically compromising you and your hormones and all of those other intricate systems of the body. So, medically stable is kind of the minimum level of that recovery process. I wouldn't consider that recovered by any means, but I think that's the most important piece that therapists and medical doctors and like your whole team will probably be working towards first, so that your brain will be in a space to recover through therapy. The second part that a lot of people think about is the behavioral piece. So if you're not engaging in your eating disordered behaviors, then some people would consider that recovered. However, for me, that's not the definition of what I call full recovery. Full recovery also entails having your mindset be in a space where you're not obsessing over food, you're not organizing your life around food, you are able to think about other things in your life and create an identity outside of it. In fact, a lot of people with their eating disorder create an identity with the disorder. So as they're recovering, it's a grieving process of having to let go of this part of them that they've been so used to thinking about and organizing their life about, and actually kind of discover and rediscover who they are in different parts of them because they've been spending so much time with that one part of them. The other piece is going to be for a person to get into a space of feeling good about their body. I don't think that anybody wakes up every day and is like, man, I look great every single day. That's not necessarily like body image recovery, but to be able to be in a space where you see your body as a whole when you look in the mirror, and that you're not going to do things or not do things based on what your body looks like that day. It's all something that like it's great to have, but it's not necessary for us to be okay with ourselves and to continue just like moving through our day. Oh, and by the way, I'm drinking some Starbucks today. I'm loving their iced coffee right now because it's summer. I'm wearing a sweater because my office is a little bit chilly right now. But overall, it is really hot in Kansas right now. The other piece of it is also developing what I would call a sense of self. And that's important in eating disorder recovery because when you're out in the world, you're going to constantly be faced with people who are dieting, who are talking about their bodies, and different things that some people might call triggers. And so it's going to take a strong sense of who you are and knowing that you don't want to be a part of that narrative anymore to be able to not be sucked into that. And so I think a part of full recovery is being in a confident enough space with yourself that you don't feel dragged in by that cultural narrative that we're supposed to look a certain way, whatever that may be at whatever time it is. The last part of it would also be finding a sense of balance in how you eat. When I'm talking about balance, that's going to look like being able to balance having a variety of different foods in your diet. And I believe that we are physiological creatures. Like, we do need to eat whole foods and things that are as close to like coming from the farm as possible or your backyard for the most part. And then when you can't, have flexibility and be able to eat non-nutrient dense foods. Anyway, to wrap that all up, full recovery entails a lot of different parts of us, and that's why it can be so tricky, but I think that it's so worth it. So it means that we're medically stable. It means that behaviorally we haven't engaged in any sort of eating disorder, acting out behaviors. It means that our mindset is ours. Like, we are thinking in a way that doesn't have to do with food. It's like, hey, what do I want to do today? And what am I engaging in? Our identity is not wrapped around the eating disorder. We have a strong sense of self, and we're not having to be a part of that cultural narrative. We're okay with our bodies. Our bodies are not the enemy anymore. And in fact, I mean, we mostly are like, hey, I'm okay. I like my body. It does some really cool things for me. And we found balance in the way that we eat so that we're not like getting physically sick because of how we eat, but we're also not taking ourselves out of really fun social events because we're being so particular about what we're eating. That is what I would define as full recovery. I am not going to say that everybody's definition looks that way, or that I might be missing some stuff. So if I am, please leave feedback. I'm always looking to learn and grow. If you have any questions or topics that you would like covered in the next video, please text this number up here or contact me via the contact information on my YouTube page or my Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.